Hey there, it's Heather Hakes. Welcome back to my channel. In today's lesson, I want to help you get out of your own way, how to get unstuck mentally, financially, in your relationships and more. Before we dive into today's video, I want to offer you a free video training on how to reprogram your subconscious mind. You can grab it in the description box below and also directly on my website, heatherhakes.com. All right, here is what I hear most often from people, and I'm sure you are in the same boat, but you just feel stuck in life, right? You feel stuck in a rut, stuck financially, relationally, at work, in your business. You're just going through life's motions. And today I want to help you get unstuck in life and figure out why you are. Ultimately, I want to help you get out of your own way. Make sure you watch and stay with me all the way to the end because I'm going to offer you a free way to work with me one-on-one. All right, this is something I teach from square one. It's a simple 4-step process. And I want you to know you have somewhere between 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. And guess what? 80% of your daily thoughts tend to be negative. The good news is you have to become aware of these and you can change them. And 95% of your thoughts that you're thinking today are on repeat from yesterday. So guess what? If you don't change the way you are thinking, tomorrow's going to be the exact same. And that's how we create these vicious feedback loops, monotony, going through life on a hamster wheel, Groundhog Day. So with this 4-step process, I want to share with you the thought cycle. Everything stems from thought because your mind is the cause of every effect in your life. So thoughts create your emotions and feelings. Those lead to the actions or inactions you are taking in life, such as procrastination, and ultimately give you every result in your life. And that's why I want you to use this thought cycle, to use this diagram to realize you can reverse engineer this. This is how you get unstuck. You have to take full responsibility with where you're at, every result in life, and realize you can reverse engineer it. Start paying attention. What are your habits? What are your behaviors? What are the emotions you tend to find yourself in? And what thoughts have you been thinking? Now, I want you to understand this. The reason you are struggling and efforting and feel stuck is because with your conscious mind, which is only 5% of the picture, you have a conscious desire. Freedom, abundance, wealth, health, love, whatever it is you desire, that's 5% of the picture. And where the programming is, which is running the show, running your life, is your subconscious mind, which is 95% of the picture. I want you to realize this. Your current life is literally a printout of your subconscious programming. And what I do with my one-on-one coaching clients ultimately is you've got to understand the weeds in the subconscious mind running the show, and you got to pull the weeds and plant new seeds. That is how you get unstuck. Now, I want you to know this. The first step to creating change in your life is simply becoming aware. And what I'm showing you right here is what I call the life assessment. This is a free resource you can get on my website, heatherhakes.com. But you need to start there, right? You need to create clarity and understand where you feel stuck in life, where you're unhappy. And the major 5 buckets are your health, which is your mental and physical, your finances, your career or business, relationships, and social life and hobbies. Now, I want you to imagine this. Imagine all these major life buckets as spokes on a wheel. Remember, you are the common denominator of all of these life areas. Now, when one of them is off, it affects all of them. You get a bumpy ride. And that's what I want you to understand. It's not externally trying to get a new job or to make more money or get in a new relationship, because you're going to repeat the lesson, repeat the patterns until you change the cause, which is in your subconscious programming. That is how you get unstuck. So I want to paint a picture for you. This is where I used to be, and maybe you can relate. I was going through life's motions, dreading Monday, cheering on Friday, week in and week out. I was living for the weekends, paid holidays, and my next vacations. I would wake up every single morning, hitting the snooze button 2 or 3 times, rush in traffic, and I was normally 5 minutes late to work. I literally was going through life's motions. I used to complain to my parents. I felt like a hamster on a wheel going through the motions. Literally questioned my purpose, and I used to Google, how do you find your purpose? How do you find your passion in life? What is any of this for? All of this, remember the thought cycle, thoughts start everything. That's the first domino. All of these thoughts, questioning, confusion, overwhelm, hopelessness led to my actions of overeating and over drinking. Again, I felt monotonous going through the motions, and this created actions like procrastination and feelings of self-doubt, and all of that led to self-sabotage. And that's what most people are doing, right? We sabotage because we don't feel worthy or enough. Ultimately, to wrap it all up in summary, I was living life in autopilot, which is what most people are doing because you were living from your subconscious mind. Remember, this is 95% of the picture. Your life is a printout of the subconscious programming. And ultimately, in the 95% running the show, this is where all of your limiting beliefs and blocks are. So that's what I want you to understand, where I was. And now I want you to understand what's possible for you when you get out of your own way and how to get unstuck in your life. So I want to take you back to the fall of 2016. Ultimately, I hit my own rock bottom. I had everything I was told was going to make me happy. I'd climbed the corporate ladder. I was engaged to be married. We just bought a house, and I ultimately was miserable. So I walked away from the engagement 2 months before my wedding. I had to move back in with my parents at 30 years old, living in their basement, and I had a 3-hour daily commute. I was literally miserable. I called this my rock bottom. In the fall of 2016, I watched I Am Not Your Guru on Netflix with Tony Robbins. And that is when I hired my first coach, Coach Dietz, through the Tony Robbins organization. I love him. And ultimately, what coaching is for is, he helped provide accountability so I could get out of my own way to change those thought patterns. He helped me create clarity, and all of this led me to ultimately in the summer of 2017. So just a few months later, I quit my 9 to 5. I followed those intuitive nudges, which you have access to. And ultimately, I've created a business doing something I love that I can work from anywhere. Now, I hear most often people, and maybe you too, seeking time and financial freedom. The American dream was to be a cog in the wheel and work for somebody else paying their dreams. And I just want you to know that if that isn't your dream, if that isn't your definition of success, you literally can create any reality you choose. Now, again, remember my rock bottom, miserable, going through the motions, all of those self-defeating behaviors, to today where I truly am happy. I am passionate in my life, and I am in the best shape mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually that I have ever been in. And I want you to know that change is possible for you too. Now, right now, I want you, wherever you are in your life, I want you to imagine a better future. A quote from Bob Proctor, I used to love this quote from him, and he always said, whatever you can imagine in your mind, you can hold in your hand. Now, you have heard this before, mental rehearsal through professional athletes and Olympians, imagining the play, imagining the race, imagining their life in their mind before it becomes a reality. So wherever you are right now, I want you to imagine the health you seek, the wealth you seek, the relationships, the business success, a career promotion, whatever it is. I want you to imagine a better future, because that is step number one, creating clarity in your life. And here's what I ultimately want you to know. Whatever you can imagine, you can create in your life. And what I coach my one-on-one clients is about, you can live your life by default, going through the motions, which is where I was, or you can get out of your own way and learn how to create your life by design. That's what I want you to know is possible for you. Now, in today's lesson, I want to teach you how to get unstuck in your life. And ultimately, I want to debunk 3 major myths that I hear, about change. That change is hard, it takes a long time, and it's not possible for me. And I want you to know this: whatever you believe to be true is true for you, because life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, myth number 1, that change is hard. I want you to know that change is actually rather simple. Now, I have spent more than 20 years in personal development industry. Honestly, I started a gratitude practice in elementary school, but I started reading personal development books and psychology books in my early teens, and I've been fully immersed in this stuff for at least the last decade, but really studying it for more than 20 years. Now, it has taken me years and tens of thousands of dollars to learn what I now know today. But I want you to know change really is simple. And I've broken it down to very digestible, easy to follow steps and processes so that you can create change in your life much faster and for a lot less money. But here's what I want you to know. One of my coaching clients sent me this message in the last couple of weeks, and he just started with me. And he said, even after 3 sessions, I feel a change. Can't wait to see what the next 5 will turn me into. So change is not hard. It is simple. Myth number 2 I want to debunk is that change takes a long time. Well, again, if you believe it's going to take you years, 7-year plan. I want to share this story with you. A coaching client of mine last fall, he had a 7-year plan. In 7 years, he wants to retire, and him and his wife want to build this dream home on the beach on the East Coast. And I taught him the principles of mental programming, understanding quantum physics. And I was like, you need to let go of your time frame and follow what I tell you. And guess what? He was able to collapse his 7-year vision into less than 90 days, because guess what came to him? Now, the big thing is with manifestation and law of attraction, you don't go out and try to make things happen. You become this energetic frequency, this vibe, and you literally draw up experiences to you. So guess what happened for him? He ended up getting 3 job opportunities, multiple interviews, and he took a job in which he now works fully remote. He got a huge pay increase, and they are now already building and moving into their dream home in now less than 6 months. And that's what I want you to know is possible for you. So let go of the idea it's going to take a long time, and know that things can happen very quickly. I want to share this testimonial from one of my former coaching clients, Sean, and he shared this. Prior to our coaching, I was very negative in my self-talk, and I was lacking clarity and vision. I started to see things change almost immediately. Now, remember, if we go back to the thought cycle, thoughts are the first domino, and it is so easy to get stuck in your head, that mental chaos, the monkey mind, and disempowering beliefs. And then we ended up talking ourselves out of greatness. Now, I want you to know, when you learn the steps that I teach through my one-on-one coaching, change can happen quickly. Myth number 3 that I want to debunk: change isn't possible for me. Now, this is another client testimonial that he shared. Heather's mindset coaching is deep, personal, and powerful. She is committed to ensuring that you master self-awareness and disciplining your thoughts so that you can do your best, stay at your best, and feel at your best on a consistent basis. I want you to know this. I have coached clients as young as 24 and up to 59. I have coached clients with various income levels, multimillionaires to fresh out of college, different ethnic backgrounds, different education. And guess what? The process is the same, and their fears and their limiting beliefs pretty much are always the same: self-doubt, feeling unworthy, and seeking validation and approval. So I want you to know that you are not unique wherever you currently are in your life. Remember, your mind is the cause. When you change the mental programming, all the effects outside of you change as well. So I want you to know that change is possible, that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you can achieve. Now, I know this is a lot at first, right? I've been fully immersed in this for more than 20 years. I'm very passionate. And so let's just take a moment for a breather. Ultimately, I just want you to know that change is possible and it can happen quickly when you decide, when you want more for yourself, when you are sick and tired of, well, your own shit. Now, I want to ask you a question. If there was a way that we could continue this conversation, that you and I could talk one on one and you could personally ask any questions you desire, would you be interested in that? If you said yes, then this is for you. I want you to know that I offer a free 15-minute discovery call. You can sign up directly on my website, heatherhakes.com. You book your free discovery call, this button right here. But I just want you to know that change is possible. You need clarity, you need accountability. Most importantly, you need that blueprint and the steps on how to create change in your life, right? And this is a myth that I love to debunk. You know, the big thing in personal development is knowledge is power. I want you to know that knowledge alone is not power. Implementation is, experience is. Like, just listening to this and taking this in today doesn't get you unstuck in life. Now you need to take action. And if you are ready, like if you are sick and tired of just getting by financially, or if you are sick and tired of dating the same person or being single, if you are sick and tired of struggling and just getting by, I want you to know that you can thrive in this lifetime. So again, I am inviting you to take action today to schedule a 15-minute discovery call with me to find out if coaching is for you, if this is your next best step. I want to leave you with this. In order to get out of your own way, you have to invest in yourself. And I truly believe, now I have spent tens of thousands of dollars in over the years, and I truly believe it is the greatest ROI I've had in any of my financial investments. But I want to leave you with this, that change is not only possible, it's inevitable, and that you can live an extraordinary life. Thanks for tuning into today's video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop, and give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you on the next one.